Hello, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody. This is the video for section 2.8, objective 1.
During this segment, we will practice solving linear inequalities. We will define a linear inequality in just a moment, but first, let's review our inequality symbols. This symbol means is less than. Then this symbol means is greater than. Remember this symbol, it means is less than or equal to. And then we have this symbol which means is greater than or equal to. So remember your inequality symbols. I'd first like to look at an inequality such as this one, graph it on a number line, and talk about what we mean by interval notation. So to graph x less than or equal to -1, I want to graph all numbers less than or equal to -1. Numbers less than -1 lie to the left of -1 on the number line. Before, or you may be used to, using a closed circle for is less than or equal to or is greater than or equal to help us with interval notation, instead of a closed circle, we'll use a bracket, and we'll face the bracket always toward our shading. So here at -1, because of this symbol, I'll use this bracket, and then I shade to the left of -1 because those numbers are less than -1. So I've shaded the numbers less than -1, and this bracket means I'm also including -1. But now I want to write this in interval notation. To write in interval notation, you basically write what you have shaded from left to right. Now this is going toward what we call negative infinity, and we read that as negative infinity. So since we are going toward negative infinity, I place negative infinity first in interval notation. So I'll have parentheses, negative infinity, and then all the way to -1, and I place a bracket on -1. Now let's talk about what numbers are included in this interval notation. You place a parenthesis about negative infinity and also positive infinity because you never quite reach negative infinity and you never reach positive infinity. So we normally place a parenthesis around negative infinity or positive infinity, and this bracket does mean that -1 is part of this solution set. So there's an example of interval notation. Let's graph x is greater than 3. Now you may be used to for this symbol or is less than symbol, placing an open circle about 3. Instead of an open circle, we'll use a parenthesis. So we'll write a parenthesis at 3, and we'll write the parentheses so that it faces the shading. We're interested in all numbers greater than 3. Those numbers lie to the right of 3. So I am shading to the right of 3. So I'll face the parenthesis toward the shading. This is, of course, going toward positive infinity or simply infinity, and that will help you as you write interval notation. Just write down what you shaded from left to right. So the shading starts at 3, although 3 is not a part of this solution set, and we go all the way to infinity. So this represents all numbers from 3 to infinity, and it does not include 3. That's what the parenthesis signifies. Now let's look at a definition of a linear inequality in one variable.
All right, that's it for this video, guys. I'll post objective 2 on the next slide.